Janetta is fantastic fun, but it's not the sort of car I'd like to take my young daughter in. When it comes to taking children in cars, there is an awful lot to think about. The most important thing is the car seat, which is a legal requirement. You can't even take your baby home from hospital if you don't have one. There's a lot of information to sort through before picking the right seat, and even more when it comes to fitting it safely. Worryingly, more than 70% of child car seats are fitted incorrectly, which is why mamas and papas have introduced Safer Seat. It's a way of remembering the things you need to know to keep children safe in cars, like always facing them backwards for as long as possible or until they weigh at least 13 kilograms, and knowing about the different fixings that cars have, so you can choose the most suitable seat to fit. Plus, ensuring Granny and Grandad and anyone else driving your child know how to fit the seat properly. You can see Safer Seat in all Mamas and Papas stores and catalogues and on their website. They use it to train their sales consultants too, so we all get good advice. Safer Seat is also supported by Which is reassuring, and I'm ready to road test it now. I'm meeting 3 families with different cars and children of different ages to see if Safer Seat really does help them make safer car seat choices. Here to help is the car seat expert from Which, Dave Evans. Thank you for helping us today.
You're welcome.
Shall we meet our families?
Yeah.
First up, let's meet Karina and husband Simon from Northampton and their new arrival Martha, who is only 3 months old. Hello.
Hi. So how do I know if the seat will fit in my car?
Well, the only certain way to find out is to try it in the car, and in fact in any cars you're planning to use it. Check the seat belt length. Often they're not long enough to actually attach the seat properly. If you've got an ISOFIX seat, check for things like underfloor storage, because if you've got a support prop, then it won't work with underfloor storage.
Thank you. Can you tell me the safest way to fit the seat into the car?
Well, you've got to get to know the various different ways of fitting the seat, and it probably depends on your car. There's belt-mounted seats using the adult seat belt, or 2 or 3 point ISOFIX, which are safer in the respect that they're more likely to be installed correctly.
The other question is, how do I know when it's okay to turn her to face forwards?
Well, ideally keep her facing rearwards as long as possible until she's 13 kilograms if you can. Whatever the weight, make sure she can sit unaided before making the change.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we meet Kerry and James from London and their 5-year-old girl Morgan and their growing 10-month-old boy Theo.
My baby's 10 months old. When can I put me to the next car seat?
Well, it's not about his age, it's about his weight and his height. He can't go in until he's more than 9 kilograms, but we'd recommend trying to keep him in until he's 13 kilograms. And if you're worrying about his height, you look at his eye line and compare it to the back of the seat, and once they're level, then you need to look at the next stage.
And finally, the Niven family from the south of England. Pauline and Shane are parents to George, aged 7.
My boy is 7. How long is it until I have to take him out of car seats?
Well, the law says that you have to keep him in a child car seat until he's 135 centimetres tall or 12 years old, whichever comes first.
I see.
He wriggles around a lot in his seat. We've thought of getting him a backless booster. Have you any thoughts on that?
Well, the backless boosters meet the legal requirements, but they don't offer the same side impact protection as you get with a full back booster. And we would recommend that you use the full back booster every time.
So you need to be nice and tight and secure all around, exactly as you would actually in a motor race, so...
Well, I wouldn't know about that.
Oh, would you not? Well, thank you very much indeed, everyone, for helping to road test Safer Seat. Have you all picked up some good advice today?
Yeah. One last piece of advice. When you go to the store, make sure you ask as many questions as you can to ensure that you get the right seat for your car and for your child.
And when you're in Mamas and Papas, look for the Safer Seat checklist. It'll help you choose the safe seat and the right seat when it comes to your purchase. Now, Dave, I've got one last seat for you to check for me. Step this way.
Strapped in?
Yeah.
Nice and tight?
Yeah, let's get this over with.